What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. This Friday, June 16th, Young Thug is bringing us a brand new album titled Beautiful Thugger Girls. Now, there's a little bit of confusion surrounding the title because the album cover clearly says Beautiful Thugger Girls, but Thug is still using the old acronym, which was Easy Breezy Beautiful Thugger Girls. So I'm wondering if the title was just shortened for iTunes and, streaming purposes, but Thug still intends on calling it, Easy Breezy. Personally, I like the shorter title just because it fits. I feel like the Easy Breezy part doesn't really add anything to the title. So what are we getting with this upcoming album? Well, it's supposed to be a mostly R&B album. Thug has already teased that we're going to get like a country song which will be produced by Weezy, one of the producers that has worked with Thug over the years. That's interesting to see. He previewed the song in a new trailer for the album today, and it sounds like it could be interesting. I don't know really what to expect fully. You can hear the beat, you don't really hear too much of the song though. The track listing is going to be 14 songs, and before we talk about that, there is one interesting thing to note that may or may not still be happening. When this album was announced back in April, Young Thug said that Drake would be executive producing it, but we haven't heard anything since then. And you know how much of a loose cannon Thug is when it comes to information. He says things that may or may not happen, and it's one of those situations where I don't want to sit here and say, oh yeah, this is 100% happening because Thug said it back in April. Well, Thug also said the album was coming out in April, like the week of. He announced it. He said it was coming out Friday, and here we are 2 months later, it's finally coming out. If Young Thug said it though, I don't see why it would change. However, this is the music industry. Things happen for unknown reasons, so I guess we won't know until we get all the information and probably the album coming out on Friday if Drake's name is still attached to it. So let's talk about the track listing. As I mentioned, there will be 14 songs, and the guest features include Future, Snoop Dogg, Lil Durk, and a newer artist by the name of Millie Golightly. Oh yeah, Jacquees is also on the song, and they've collaborated in the past, so I'm kind of excited to hear that one. I like Jacquees a lot. He has a really nice voice, and so with them doing like an R&B song, I think it'll really be fleshed out and sound nice. Going back to Millie Golightly, I wanted to know more about her, so I did a little search, and the one thing that came up on SoundCloud was that she has no music. The only thing that's really on there is a bunch of like reposts. She is, however, featured on HBK Gang's Pilo's most recent album. They did a song together. But usually when an artist scrubs their SoundCloud, it's like due to the fact that they're signed to a major label. Now, as far as I know, this Millie Golightly woman is not like publicly signed. Regardless though, I'm interested to hear what this record sounds like. After doing like that little bit of search, like her scrubbing the SoundCloud, it worked. It got me more intrigued to hear what she sounds like and how she sounds like next to Young Thug. Going back to the other features though, it's like the biggest features on the album really fit the song. Snoop Dogg is on a record called Get High. That's like putting 2 and 2 together. Future's on one called Relationship, and that just sounds right. It sounds like something that Future would have put on, his Hendrix album. The last song on the album is titled Take Care. Now, I cannot confirm if this is the same Take Care from a couple years back, without Lil Wayne, of course. There's no Lil Wayne feature on it, but it wouldn't make sense for Thug to have another song called Take Care when he has one. Like, I've never understood that. Rappers have done that in the past, especially like Lil Wayne. I know there's been a couple times Lil Wayne has done that in his career. A big example was I'm Good. One featuring Meek Mill and the other featuring The Weeknd. 2 different songs, same title. So I just thought that was weird. I guess we'll find out on Friday if it is take care from 2014, or if it's a new, totally different, separate record. So what is my most anticipated song on Beautiful Thugger Girls? Well, for me, I feel like at this point, I just want to hear what an entire, almost R&B album will sound like from Young Thug. Earlier this year, we saw Future carry himself on Hendrix, and that was an R&B album. And I think Thug, this side of Thug is really good. Like, it's never been explored or showcased to this degree. We've always got the R&B side, the singing side of Thug, like in spurts, whether it was like a piece of a verse here, or sometimes we might get a full song, but never an entire album. And you have to commend him for doing something different, doing something outside of the norm. Because I feel like last year he flooded the market with you know, project after project after project, and so it makes sense for Beautiful Thugger Girls to be more of an experimental project, something different from what he was putting out last year. That tends to be what Thug likes to do. He just tries to be in his own world. So those are my thoughts on Young Thug's upcoming album, Beautiful Thugger Girls. I'll include the track listing in the description section so you can check that out. And then let me know what you think about it. What songs are you looking forward to? Do you think an R&B album from Thug is going to do well? Talk to me in the comment section below. Then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain. And as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching. And until next time, peace.